Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I did a nice little tutorial. Sorry, someone's running in and answering a phone in the middle of the street. I got distracted. I did do a tutorial on this look right here. I did change my lip color just because I loved the red, but I don't want to have red lipstick on when I go to dance tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy. I will list all the products down below. Make sure you like and comment on the video if you have any questions and stuff, and subscribe to my channel. So let's go ahead and get started because it's a long one, sorry. So we're gonna start with eyebrows, and I like to use, let me get it, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade, and I use the shade Taupe, but I also like just like a brow pencil. Maybelline makes a good one, Anastasia makes a really good one. It's just really whatever your preference is. So if you use a pomade, you're going to want to get a spoolie. We're going to want a spoolie anyway. So you got to get your spoolie and then your little brow pencil, which is dirty, don't look at it. And take a little bit. You're going to brush through your eyebrow hairs. So you take the brush, and I like to start with the underneath first, just to kind of sketch out where your eyebrow will be. And then just do little hair-like strokes to fill in the rest. And I already have pretty thick eyebrows to begin with, but I just do this to fill in the sparser areas. And you want to make sure the middle of the eyebrow is a little bit lighter, and then keep the tail end of your eyebrow a little bit darker. Alright, then I'm going to take some concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It is literally the best concealer in the whole wide world. And I'm going to take just this little bitty like detailer brush. I really don't even know what this is, but I use it for concealer because my dog chewed up my other one. So I just take it and I use this to clean up my brows, so it kind of covers any hairs that you don't want to see, and then it just neatens everything up. Because sometimes whenever I use the pomade, it gets a little messy, but I don't mind. This is a quick fix, so. Just a little bit, just with whatever's left on your brush. And then I take, where is it? Oh. Then I just take a beauty sponge, and we're gonna pretend like it's not this dirty, even though it is, and just kind of pat that. Get rid of all the excess. So once my eyebrows are done, we are actually going to be using the Milani Pure, you probably can't even read it because it's like a mirror, the Pure Passion palette. You can get it from like Walmart, that's where I got mine. And those are the shades, they're so freaking pretty. And it comes with a really, really nice mirror. So we're going to take, the first color we're going to take, I can figure out how to hold this, is this like bone color right here. It's called Truth or Bear, how cute. And just with any, hello. Okay, we're just gonna use this big brush. We're gonna take it and we're just gonna set the entire lid with that. Okay, I wore lashes the other day and I still have like glue in my lashes. Anyone knows the best tip to get that off, let me know, because your girl needs to know. Where is my brush? Please excuse my brushes because my dog chewed them, but I'm too cheap to buy some new ones, so I don't care. So the next shade we're gonna go in with is the one right next to it. It's that like burnt orangey color. It's called Totally Fond of You, and I'm just taking the Morphe E22 brush, taking it tapping out the excess. I'm gonna put it right in the crease, starting with windshield wiper motions, and then eventually you'll do circular ones. You wanna bring it all the way up to the brow bone, but you wanna bring it pretty close. So this is gonna be the transition color, and you just wanna make a nice smooth blend. Then I'm gonna take the E28 brush. All my brushes are from Morphe unless I tell you otherwise, so just keep that in mind. I'm gonna take the bottom middle shade. It's called Spice It Up. And I'm just gonna take that and put it in the same place, but you're not gonna bring it up as high. Keep it nice and low. So you don't want to bring this shade all the way in to your inner corner because it will close your eye, and you really want to keep your eyes very open. This is the M573 brush. It's just a nice brush, I don't know. So I'm going to take the first shade on the bottom row, that cute one right there. It's called Heat Is On. And we're just going to take it, tap off the excess. And we're also gonna put this in the crease, but more on the, where the lid and the crease meet. So like right up in there, that area. I'm now gonna take the M433 brush, and we're gonna do the last shade in the bottom row. It's called Late Date, and we're gonna pack this on the outer corner. And the way you do it is you take it and you basically make a triangle right there. You want to bring it right to where those colors meet. You want to just feather that in because you don't want to keep it, you don't want like a harsh line or anything. But you still want to keep this area right there really, really bright. I'm gonna go back in with the shade in the middle of the bottom row and just go back and kind of blend it all together. Then we're gonna take the very first shade in the palette. It is called Afterglow, and just with a M210 brush, we're gonna pack this on the lid. Okay, now you could leave that there, and you know, it's beautiful, it's good for like the fall and all that kind of stuff, you know, a night out on the town. But if this is for stage, we're gonna make it a little bit extra. And I'm gonna take the Stilla, what is this called? Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in Kitten Karma. You can get them from Ulta. And I got this in a little set of 3 for $25 just because I wanted to try them out. But the full size, I think, of one is $25. But these things are the best things ever, so they're worth it. And you're gonna put it right over top of that eyeshadow that you just put down. See, it just makes the eyes pop just a little bit more. Okay, then the next step is gonna be eyeliner, and I'm gonna be using the Stilla Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner, and this stuff is so freaking good. We're gonna do this in a few different steps. So the first step, I'm gonna take this, obviously, hello, I'm stupid. We're just gonna line the lash line. Just like that, and we're gonna do it on both sides. Okay, so once that is done, now we're gonna make the line for the length of the wing that we want. So you wanna take it, the outer corner where your like your lower waterline meets the top waterline, and that's where we're gonna start the line, if that makes sense. Okay, it makes sense in my head, but I don't know if that's gonna make sense to you guys. So you're just gonna take it, and I like to do little tiny strokes. It's hard to do this and talk. And then you're just gonna take it, and don't go all the way to the tip of the line that you just made. You wanna go a little bit lower than that. You wanna take it and just drag it in. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is the face. And you wanna start off with a primer. I have drier skin, so I go for something that's a little bit more moisturizing or like dewy, I guess you could say. But if you have very oily skin, get something that's mattifying. You don't want anything that's dewy because it's just gonna make you look more oily. So I like to use the Becca Backlight Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I'm just gonna take it, rub it on. Oh, it'll burn your face. And if the lighting changes, I'm sorry, it's starting to get cloudy. It's supposed to rain. Hoping it looks okay. Next is foundation. My favorite foundation is the Make Up Forever Ultra HD. It's like the foundation stick. I like this one, but I also like the L'Oreal Infallible line. You want something that's going to be full coverage, long lasting, and both of these I think are great. This is just a little bit more expensive. It's like $40 something, I think. But it's lasted me a long time. MAC has a lot of good ones too, but this is just what I have available right next to me. Actually, I have them all right available next to me. This is the first one I grabbed. So you just take it, do some stripes on your face. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, start with that because you can always add more. And this is the Morphe M439 brush. This is the best foundation brush ever. I believe that everyone should have this. It is so good. It just really spreads out the foundation really, really well. You know, a lot of people use sponge and stuff, which is great too, but with like a stick foundation, I just think this works so much better. Make sure you blend it down your neck too. And then you can add a little bit more to wherever you need more coverage. And I'm sorry I'm not really looking at you, I'm looking at myself in the mirror. So once you have your foundation all set, you know, looking good and cute, your eyes are looking bomb. Your eyes look so much better whenever you put foundation on. So then we're gonna go back with concealer. So then I'm gonna take my concealer. Again, it's the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm in the shade Fair Beige. And I like to keep my concealer a little bit lighter than the rest of my skin tone. It just gives it a little bit more of a highlighted look. Okay, so does anyone else's get like crazy goopy? Mine gets disgusting. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit underneath my eyes, on my nose, forehead, chin. Oh, that's a lot right there, that's okay though. Okay, then we're gonna take your beauty sponge and just pound your face. Which I guess, or beat your face, so it's really called. When you blend out your concealer under your eyes, you want to make it blend out to like a triangle look. That will give you the most highlighted and lifted effect. Then we're gonna take the RCMA No Color Powder and we're gonna set where we just concealed. Just take it, I just like to put it with my sponge. So I definitely suggest you doing this step if you have oily skin and just put it wherever you get really oily. This just sets everything in place and keeps everything from kind of creasing. I'm going to set my face with powder, and I use the MAC Studio, I don't even know what this is, it's like rubbed off. I want to say this is like the Studio Fix powder, I don't know. And then I just take this big old fluffy brush, which you do not need this big of one, but I'm extra, so I need it. This is just the E41 brush. And just pat it everywhere. So, that is done. Face is set. So then I'm gonna take, so I cheated and made my own like palette and just bought the colors from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette that I needed. You can do that off of Sephora, and then this is, but that's only online. And then I just got this palette from Ulta, the cute little magnetic ones. So I'm gonna take this contour shade, and it's the lightest shade in that palette. I just didn't want to spend the money for all of them, so I just got the 2. And then this is the Morphe M523 brush, and I'm just gonna take it, and this is what I'm gonna contour. You can also cream contour before you set your face, but I don't have time for that, so we're just gonna do this. I'm just gonna take it, start at the top of the ear. I'm gonna just do this. Like if you suck in, you wanna stop right where that like spot starts. Oh, and I was just doing it without saying what I was doing. I also take it up on my temples and on the forehead, just like on the outer parts of it. And I also bring it on the jawbone. But just a little shader brush, I guess, and take a little bit of that powder. And I'm gonna contour my contour my nose. I'm just gonna take it right on the edge. So if you got a little too crazy on your nose contour like I did, just take a little brush, like a powder brush, whatever, and swirl into your face powder and just go over it. So now we're gonna bronze the face. The Hoola bronzer, the Benefit Hoola bronzer is literally the best bronzer ever. And I'll just take the Morphe R2 brush with it, tap it a little bit, and put it in the same places that you just put your contour, but you can kind of make it a little bit bigger. This is just really gonna warm up your face. Same on the forehead. I kind of just dust this everywhere. Then for blush, the Wet n Wild Rose Champagne color. I'm gonna use this one because this one's a little too pink for this look. This is very natural, but it's like your cheek color but better kind of thing. Oh, and I'm using the Morphe E4 brush. We're gonna go back to the eyes for a second, and then we will finish up the face. So I'm gonna go back in with the Milani palette, and I'm just gonna take, where is it? This is the Morphe E36 brush. It's just like this little bitty fine brush shader, I don't know what it's called. A pointed blender is what it's called. Thank you for my brain to work. And we're gonna go back in with the middle shade in the second row, and we are going to blend that out on the lower lash line. So we're basically gonna do the exact same thing that we did in my crease on the lower lash line. So then we're gonna take the middle shade in the bottom row, the same thing. So I like my smoky eyes, the lower lash line, to be super smoky and blown out. That's just a personal preference. Not everybody likes to do that. I just put myself in the eye. But that's okay. I just like to really smoke it out. I just think it looks a little bit more dramatic. And this shade right here, focusing this one a little bit more in the outer corner though. Take a flat shader brush, I guess is what it's called. This is the M432 brush, and we're gonna take the nice warm chocolatey brown and smudge it really, really close to your like lash line. Okay, then we're gonna take some mascara. This is just the Maybelline Total Temptation one. And just a little light coat. And on the lower lash line. Then we're gonna add some lashes. So you wanna let the glue dry a little bit before you put them on. It just makes it a little bit easier to put them on when you do it yourself. Even when you do it on somebody else, it's a little easier. So just let it dry a little bit. So the way I do this is I have a mirror underneath me. Not underneath me, but you know, I'm like looking down. And I want to take it and just place it starting in the center. Gonna lay it on top of the lashes and push it up against. And then I'm gonna take the outer corner and then the inner corner. Then my favorite part is highlighter. I like highlighter. It's my favorite ever. I like the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. That's a really good one for like every day, but I'm feeling a little extra, so I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. Like, seriously, this is beautiful. I'm taking my absolute favorite highlighting brush. This is the Morphe M501 brush. I'm just gonna take it. You put it on the high points of the cheeks. I also do this on the brow bone. I'm also gonna take this and use the M213 brush. And I'm gonna put this in the inner corner. Time for lips. So I have, you know, a few options. I have a red would be really cool. This smells like candy. It smells like icing. Nice. So I'm gonna use a red. A nude would also be really, really good with this as well. So I'm just gonna line my lips. Oh, this is the Morphe liquid lipstick in the shade Hot Shot. Last but not least, we're gonna set our face. I like the Morphe setting spray. It's $15, or I like the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. So I'm just gonna take it. And I'm bougie and have a 99-cent fan from World Market. Alright guys, that is it for this video, and I hope that you enjoy, and I will see you next time. Bye!